Hey there, it's the Tuesday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, and what are you doing inside looking on the computer? Well, if you have to be at work or school or indoors today, it's too bad because it's just a beautiful day outside. It pained me to have to come indoors this afternoon, and if you think today's nice, wait until tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, as we've been talking about. It's a very quiet pattern we're heading into. A long stretch of sunny and dry days. Now, it is cooler than average again today. We started out this morning in the 30s in some spots with a few reports of some patchy frost. First thing this morning in a few backyards. It was real light. It wasn't the kind of killing frost that we're going to see as we head into October. But yeah, cold morning nonetheless. Now we've rebounded into the mid 60s this afternoon. Here in the 2 o'clock hour, 64 in Youngstown, 65 over in Newcastle, Akron, Canton at 66, up at Hopkins Airport in Cleveland at 66 at this hour. And, you know, there's two, maybe, passing cumulus clouds out there this afternoon. That is about it. It is just, you know, remarkably nice outside. If you have a barometer at home, barometer this afternoon very, very high because high pressure is almost right overhead. Center of that high over Pennsylvania, although you could also draw it over Ohio if you really wanted to. And even a little center of high pressure situated on the border of Illinois and Indiana this afternoon. So there's a lot of high pressure around, and that's what's giving us the nice weather today. The not so nice weather, though, down in the Carolinas and Florida this afternoon with an easterly fetch on the east side of that high and a little disturbance down here, kicking up rain and cool temperatures. You know, it's not a great day to be at Myrtle Beach today. It's in the 60s. And it's raining, and there's been a little bit of lightning and thunder, but the lightning detector is not picking up a whole lot right now. So anybody who has a September vacation going on right now, the beaches of the Carolinas, they're kind of regretting leaving Ohio and Pennsylvania because, while it's not exactly warm here, it is just beautiful outside this afternoon. Taking a look at the rest of the country as far as rain goes, a little band of rain out here in the plain states, the upper Midwest. That's about it. Not a whole lot else going on this afternoon. Temperatures looking like this nationwide. You're not going to find a whole lot of extremes on either end of the spectrum. A little cool where it's raining out here in the Dakotas and Nebraska. It is hot as we would expect out west. Again, nothing all that unusual, though, for them in the second half of September. They really need some rain here in Oregon, Washington, and into California. They're finally going to get some over the next several days. As we turn warmer, trough of low pressure is going to come into the west and give them some much needed rain. So good news for those out west where, you know, a real serious drought is ongoing. Well, as far as that disturbance down off the coast of the Carolinas right now, it's going to push north. So by tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, Virginia Beach is getting it. Norfolk, approaching maybe D.C. and Baltimore, Rehoboth Beach, places like that. So an ugly day Wednesday along the mid-Atlantic coast. The back edge of that rain will get right about to the spine of the Appalachians, down towards, Radford and Virginia Tech down here in southwestern parts of Virginia, heading up into Hagerstown, Maryland, maybe Gettysburg, PA. That's about as far west as the rain will get. Wednesday into Wednesday night. Here's Thursday, New York City, Long Island, Boston getting the rain Thursday. But this hugs the coast and then moves away. It doesn't get far enough west to bring us any problems here, although we might see a slight increase in some high clouds coming in from the east. Maybe that'll make for some nice sunrises and sunsets here in a couple of days. We'll just see how far west those clouds get. But back here in Ohio and PA, you'll notice just absolutely nothing is going on for the time being. Early next week, this is next Monday, on the very top of your screen here, GFS has this little weak front trying to slip in. Even if that front is realistic, any moisture with it is going to be very sparse. So not counting on much rain with that at all. My suspicion is we stay dry, not a drop of rain for at least a week, perhaps even beyond that. In fact, take a look at the latest GFS precipitation outlook taking us through the morning of October 1st, which is a week from tomorrow. Not a drop forecasted by the GFS in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. You know, again, with that little bit of rain midweek, getting up to about the spine of the Appalachians. Central PA could have a little bit. But look at the hole, an 8-day hole with no precipitation encompassing a big area here. So this is a long stretch of dry and warm weather. I posted some interesting stats, at least I think they're interesting, on my social media accounts a couple of hours ago. If we do manage to string together 9 days in a row of 70-plus high temperatures, that would be the first time this has happened during this exact 10-day stretch, encompassing the last, 7 days of September and 2 days of October. Anyway, first time since 1898. I found a couple of stretches of 9 consecutive warm days above 70 in October, like around the 10th through the 17th. but it's hard to come by this time of the year. So for this specific stretch, last week of September, first couple of days of October, we've only had 9 in a row once, back in 1898. Last year, we had a long, warm, and dry stretch at the end of September, early October. We had 7 consecutive 70-plus days. It was also dry. Here's the last time we had a 10-day long stretch of dry weather for this time of the year. Last year is the last time it happened, so we'll make it 2 years in a row. A long stretch at the end of September of dry weather. Also happened in 1995, and then you have to go back to 1922 since it happened. So interesting stats. You can always find cool little nuggets like that on my social media accounts, especially when the weather's quiet. I try to, keep you engaged and keep you interested by throwing out some interesting stats that I find here and there. There's not a whole lot of practical weather to talk about for the next week, so I'll probably post a few more things like that to at least keep myself interested, so I don't fall asleep. Anyway, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday. Thank you for watching, even on the slow, boring weather days. I appreciate your viewership, and you can catch me on the news tonight at 6 and 11. I'll see you right back here Wednesday afternoon.